you think? Good. All right, good morning, everybody. It is Saturday. I don't even know what the date is. I think it's the 25th. January 25, 2020. It's 10 minutes to 7 a.m. and I'm headed into work. I just got done shoveling the driveway for the most part, everything but the apron. It's like concrete down there and I don't have time to dig it out. We got maybe 2 inches, probably under 2 inches of snow. Wet, heavy shit. Right now it's 33 degrees, so yeah, it's just, you know, this is perfect snowman weather and I don't have Grant. Go figure. Maybe it's better this isn't snow, or I'm sorry, rain. I don't know. Maybe. But, yeah. So, I'm headed into work today. We're going to be playing with these new switches. And I'm hoping it works out well and it's not a total catastrophe like, their preparation was. We shall see on that. I don't know. My beard's all wet. Actually, I'll just go this way. So, sorry for the sniffling and everything. I just came out of the cold. Excuse me. So, last night I was like, alright, I'm gonna work on the new BattleBot design, or revision. And instead I ended up revising a couple other, they call it remixing a couple other pieces and parts. So I modified the shock pouch parts. So the AR-15 back, or like the mounting plate, the shock, it's the AR-15 holster, the shock pouch AR-15 holster, the back part where it screws to the molly clip. The screw holes are really goofy and I don't know what kind of screws they were using. So I've been using, I guess they're called Chicago screws, where there's like a male and a female end and stuff, and they've been working really well, or at least seem to work well. So I modified those parts to have the correct sized holes for the mounts. So what I'm doing is I modified the rear portion of the AR-15 holster, and I modified the wide molly clip so that the holes should be the same size, and I modified the 100mm, I guess it's called a skinny molly clip, to match. So, because what I was doing was I was printing all this stuff and then drilling these holes out, and I'm like, why don't I just spend a little bit of time modifying the original files, not have to drill anything, and maybe I could sell these things. I don't know. Excuse me. So that's what I was playing with last night. So I modified, I guess, what, 3 files: AR-15 mag pouch, or mag rear, the wide molly clip, and then the skinny 100mm molly clip. And then what I still have to do is modify the pistol rear holster portion, and then the AR-15, like the front shell, it has 2 holes in it which could be used to install and mount. You can double stack them, so I guess you could put either a pistol on there. I think everyone usually does a pistol. You can do a pistol, or I guess another AR-15 mag pouch. The thing that I realized was I don't think it would line up properly. Well, let me think about that. It might. No, well, Yeah, it might. It probably would fit on there. You could probably double stack 2 AR mags, now that I think about it. I think the rear of the AR carrier holder thing has 3 holes, and the molly clip only has 2. That's what I was thinking about. But if you're going to double stack, you're not going to use a molly clip. So you'll just bolt it right up to it. So, this guy doesn't have his fucking headlights on. Turn your headlights on, you fuck. Hello? Okay. Didn't get the memo. Okay. No clue. That guy that just turned, no headlights on. I really hate modern cars in that aspect. Like, they're smart enough to illuminate the dash when it gets dark, but they're not smart enough to be like, hey, you know, just so you know, it's dark and the headlights aren't on. You know, maybe once every 15 minutes, just a little ding. I mean, something. I don't know. So, excuse me. I printed a 3D printed rose. I gotta show you guys this. It looks fucking awesome. I think I'm gonna make one more and put it on Jessica's mom's grave. I know that PLA, they say, does not do well in the heat. I'm not quite sure how well it'll do in the snow and stuff. So, excuse me. But I just super glued the 2 halves together. I used green for the stem, red for the flower, the rose itself, and it looks really cool. It looks nice. So I'm going to I'm going to modify that pistol pouch, the front of the AR, and then the front of the AR should be pretty quick and easy. I literally just have to make the holes bigger versus completely removing or swapping out the whole set, so to speak. So the AR front I might even do at work if I got a free moment today. Excuse me. So yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. So the pistol rear, the AR front, I still gotta figure out what the hell to do with this battle bot. I'm kind of editing other files, smaller files, and doing like smaller tweaks to like learn how to do that first before I get more advanced with the battle bot. The battle bot's gonna be, well, a lot more advanced. It's gonna have a top and a bottom part, and you know, we're gonna want those to fit together, and then it's gonna have a bump out and curves and all kinds of stuff. So, and like a cutout for the electronics on the inside of each half, and then a lid to cover the hole. So, you know, it's gonna be a thing. Excuse me. But I think I can handle it, and then it's still gonna take probably 20 hours each side to print or something. I don't know. But excuse me. I'm starting to now get concerned that those motors that I've installed into the damn robot aren't going to be powerful enough to move it. I mean, we were having some sort of weird issues with the motors before. And this is after we upgraded or made the tires larger diameter. So I got to figure that out. Excuse me. The only way to know or whatever, or to tell, is to just, you know, do it, see what happens, because I don't know. All I know is we were most likely pulling more than 10 amps of power. That's a lot of power. So, I don't know. I'm working with 2 of my least favorite people today, and I just hope I can keep my cool, because like yesterday, it was just, they're ridiculous. You know, I'm sitting in a meeting with these 2 guys and their boss, that's a lady. She's asking them direct questions and they're not even answering her. And then the one guy's answering her, well, theoretically this should happen and that should happen. She's like, I don't want theoreticals. Like, what are we actually doing? Or what's going to actually happen? Like, what are you talking about? Yesterday's meeting, we were going over every single step, like micro steps, everything. And we get to the part where we're going to remove the old switches, install the new switches in their spot, and then plug them in. So we're going to, reuse the network connections. Those are going to be disconnected or unplugged from the old switches. Once the new switch is installed, we'll plug them right back into the new switch in the different ports. And from my understanding, we were going to do the same with the power cables. They spent a month trying to figure out what kind of power they needed, what kind of power cables they needed, what kind of outlets we have, what kind of outlets we needed, all that stuff. So yesterday, the guy's like, yeah, well, no, we're not going to just plug in the power. We're going to need to install new cables. And I'm like, what? I'm like, you guys spent a month figuring this out, so it should be a direct swap. We can plug in the new switches to the old cables. Well, theoretically, you should use the cables, the new cables that come with the new switches. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude. I'm like, are those cables long enough? I think so. Okay, do you know so? Yeah, they should be long enough. I'm like, okay, dude. Whatever. I don't know. So, yeah, I'm just baffled by these. Even the boss was like, dude, you guys spent like an extensive amount of time going over all of this, and now you're saying we need to change this? And he's like, well, we really need to. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm just like looking at him like, do you know how much fucking work and pain in the dick it is to get under the floor to change power cables? I'm like, all right, well, now we gotta have the halon turned off. She's like, oh, good idea. I'm like, yeah, because we're gonna be underneath the fucking floor dicking around. Oh, what a mess. What a mess. So we're going to see what happens today. I'm going to get my part done, sit back, and hope that they got their part done, because I'm a little concerned about these guys. I don't know. There was a couple times in that meeting yesterday where the boss was just like asking direct questions. She was like, all right, well, I'll send you guys an Excel spreadsheet file with all the steps you guys are each going to do, blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, do you want me to print it out on paper? And they're like, blank, blank. The one guy's just staring at her like, huh? And she's like, she asked him like 3 more times. And it's a small room, and there's only 4 of us in this room, and we're all like, I'm like looking like at these 2 guys, and they're just like fucking retarded. I'm like, are you guys okay? And they're like, yeah, maybe we do need a piece of paper. Because I'm like, what happens if your laptop dies as you guys are walking the entire campus over the course of like 2 hours? What if your computer dies? Oh yeah, maybe we do need a printout. I'm like, okay. Like, do you guys want walkie-talkies? And they like laughed at me. I don't know. I mean, what? I'm like, you're gonna be roaming the whole campus. What if the fucking door lock breaks in a random network closet hidden somewhere? Who the fuck's gonna find your asses? It's gonna be until Monday. Well, we got phones. I'm like, what if you don't have service? I mean, like, all right, dude, whatever. Get fucked. I'll be gone. Yeah. We'll see what happens. Alright, what up? I brought my camera into work and was going to show you guys some stuff, and I totally forgot. So, the network stuff, the switch replacement or swap, went well. My part was done probably about 8:30. They brought in some breakfast, so I had some of that. I ate my lunch probably around 11:30 or so. But what I was working on in my time was clearing out that storage room more. So I pulled out 2 pallets worth of stuff. One was network equipment, and the other one was phone equipment, and moved it over to the new storage location. And cleaned out another huge pile of empty boxes and more e-waste and all that stuff. So I probably spent maybe 2 hours or so working on it. Not too bad. And pretty cool though. So I got the room pretty much prepped to move out. I'll be doing that, I don't know, soon. I don't know when they're going to move the furniture and that sort of stuff. But when they do, it'll be, I'll be able to move in pretty quickly here. So I'm kind of excited about that. Want to get that done and over with so I can get back to my other projects and stuff that I'm working on, because this is becoming too much. I ran into, I was trying to leave by like noon. I was editing some more 3D printer files, and I was done with that before 12:30. But then I ran into one of the facilities guys that works evenings and stuff, and he's actually the guy that was helping do some of the stuff with my new storage space. So he removed the security cage that was located inside of it and stuff. But cool dude. I've seen him around for many years, and I always say hi and all that, and I'm nice, but I never actually knew him. His name is Tony. But he's an older dude, but we were talking and stuff, and it sounds like he's kind of like the me of facilities, where he goes and does all the oddball stuff in the evenings, doesn't have to deal with people as much and all that sort of stuff. So we were just shooting the shit for like 40 minutes or more, 45 minutes, and I'm like, all right, I gotta get out of here. Nikki's done with her audition stuff. She had she's doing another musical type of thing, or music review or gala or something, and she had auditions for that today. Excuse me. So she's done with that, and I need to get home and pick up groceries on the way back and all that stuff. So I just wanna relax. So yeah, everything's good. I printed a few more parts while I was at work today. I printed just some molly clips and some spacers. Yesterday I was experiencing a weird homing error with the MakerBot at work. It's a Replicator Plus, and at first I couldn't figure it out. I thought the printer was broke and it was fucked up and all that. I'm like, great, now a new problem. What happened was, when I put the bed back onto the mounting surface, it wasn't completely flat. Like, it didn't engage into the locking mechanism. So like the back of it was tipped up or something like that. So I had to, once I fixed that and power cycled the printer, it resolved that problem. Thank fucking God, because I just fixed that thing. So that printer has got something like 170 hours on it. So I probably put about 100 hours on it. Kind of cool, Yeah, so I'm just trying a couple different things. So today I edited the pistol shock pouch rear or mount half, and modified the holes to accept Chicago screws or whatever they're called. And I also modified the AR-15 shock pouch, the front half, because you can stack them. I modified it and made the holes bigger so that I can use those same screws, the same type of screws. So I'm modifying the screw holes, or the bolt holes, so to speak. Yeah, I'm bringing home some PLA that I had at work. I had red, and what else did I bring back? I can't remember. Was it a gray or something? The red, I'm gonna try to see if I can finish like one more flower. It's called the Super Rose. So I'm doing the flower in red. So I have a partial red at home and a partial red I'm bringing from work. So what's cool about the MakerBot is if it runs out of filament, it gives you the option to swap it out and continue printing versus losing the print that you've made. So you can, literally use up all of the filament in a spool without having to throw out a little bit at the end or something that you would have normally not been able to use. So we'll see how that goes. So yeah, it's no longer snowing and it's kind of raining. The car says 33 degrees, so it's just wet and nasty. I don't even know if it's raining. It might just be spray from the car driving in front of me. But I'm gonna get home. I'm gonna relax and I don't know what else I'm gonna do, but it'll be fun. So have a good night.